Alright, welcome to my early gameplay of Yennefer of Vengerberg and Ciri. These of course are from The Witcher. We've got another Witcher collaboration. Before we had Geralt, he was a secret skin in one of the battle passes. Now we have Ciri and Yennefer. So first and foremost, shout out to Epic Games for sending me this entire bundle early. Now I'll be completely honest, I have never played The Witcher, nor have I watched the show, which I heard is pretty good by the way. However, I just spent the last hour and a half doing all sorts of research on it. I watched tons of video clips, I watched footage of the game, I watched how to pronounce some of the things. So I always try to educate myself a little bit so I don't sound stupid when doing these reviews. So like I said, we have Ciri as well as Yennefer. So right off the bat, I gotta say, even though Geralt was a main character and he was the first skin we got from The Witcher obviously, these two look so much better. He's just so bland. But these two have a lot going for them, especially Ciri. Oh my goodness, they're both absolutely extraordinary character models. I love this character model right here. So we're going to start with Ciri first. So she's technically Geralt's daughter, but not biological in nature. And in fact, it says that in the description, trained as a witcher and bound by destiny with her adopted father, Geralt. So she has no styles and it says no reactivity, although her hands are glowing with that powerful aura. And like I said, the character model is phenomenal. Great looking skin. She's got some pretty sweet leather-like clothing on. I wouldn't call it armor, but it's sort of got armor-ish vibes, like the leather armor vibes. Just a clean looking character. Now her back bling, as well as her pickaxe, are named the same thing. It says no Witcher has or ever had a better weapon. So in the game, and I don't know about the actual Netflix show, but Geralt gives this sword, which is a Witcher's sword, to Ciri. So obviously it's going to be interactable with the back bling, just like Geralt's blade was. And you can tell that because they're named literally the same thing. And you can see right here, she pulls it out of the sheath, which is a nice touch. Now as for the pronunciation of this, like I said, I did a ton of research and multiple characters in the show, in the game, say it a different way. So let me just play you 3 separate pronunciations, all from official games or the show.
Ciri.
Ciri, I await.
I wish to know when Gwynblade and Zeriel arrive.
The easiest way for me to pronounce it is the last way that the guy said Zeriel. So that's what I'm going to say. But as you heard, Geralt says it a different way, one of the bad guys says it a different way, and it sounds like that townsman or whoever that third guy was says it a different way. So who knows the exact pronunciation? I thought I was going to be real clean and clever and say it the right way, but then they bamboozled me with 3 different versions. It looks phonetically like it would be pronounced Zeriel. So say it however you want, but I tried to get the perfect pronunciation. Regardless, it looks like a pretty sweet Witcher's blade. So then we also get a glider called the Basilisk. It says make your descent on the wings of the beast. And if you remember, Geralt had a inflatable horse, but this thing looks terrifying. And it also looks like he's got Zeriel in his hands right there. That looks like the same blade. So there's no wrap, but we did get a wrap in the original collaboration called Witcher's Dawn. And this one looks like it'll match her perfectly. And then lastly, there's an emote, but it goes with Yennefer. It's called Black Wings, and it literally says the bird that carries Yennefer's message. And then it disappears and turns into her back bling. That's kind of cool, but we'll talk about that when we get to Yennefer. So let's go check out Miss Ciri and see how she plays. All right, here we go. Ciri and the Basilisk glider. Let's see how this looks. Okay, that is pretty sweet. She literally takes her blade off her back. So the glider is interactable with the blade. Now I wonder what happens if you don't have the blade as a back bling. I'm sure she'll still pretend to pull it off her back, even though it's not really there. But that's cool how it literally comes off your back. And it kind of looks like she struggles, like, whoa, I gotta get a grip there. And she looks up a little bit. That's a big basilisk. I didn't think it would be that big, but that is phenomenal. Look at the wingspan. He's going backwards, left, right. You got that aura emitting from her hands as well. One more time. That's really clean. Nice glider. Okay, let's just see. I took the backbling off. Let's go back up and see what happens with the new deploy. Okay, yeah, so same animation. It's just not obviously on your back, but it looks to be exactly the same. So just a nice touch that if you are wearing it, it will remove it from your back. Okay, so here we go. Like I said, I really love this character design. The character model looks perfect. The leather-like armor, clothing looks amazing as well. I love the color scheme. You're not going to stand out like a sore thumb. This is a beautiful looking skin. Let's spin her around. I absolutely love this skin. Having no knowledge about The Witcher, this is definitely a good looking skin. Now, of course, if you're a Witcher fan, you're probably going to really love this. So how about the back bling and the pickaxe? So first of all, when you remove it, obviously, like I said, it is interactable. Oh my, look at that. So it's also, and I don't know whether to say this is a skin reactivity or the pickaxe. I think it's the pickaxe reactivity. But look at her hands. Every time you wield the blade, she gets that almost Northern Lights glow. And we saw that in the locker. When she's standing still, she has that powerful aura emitting from her. That's from the blade. Holy smokes, look at that. And then you get the same effect as the contrail. So again, look, it's not on my hands right now. No matter what I do, it's not there. Only when you touch Ziriel. Boom, there it is. So we'll have to try that on another skin, such as Yennefer, and see if everyone gets that glow or if it's just Ciri. That is amazing, though. Now, I don't want to say we've never had this reactivity before, because every time I say that, someone will go back and look and be like, hey, you're wrong, we had this. But, I mean, this feels new to me. An aura emitting off your hands when you touch the pickaxe. That's pretty cool. Let's check it out in the dark. Yes, look at that glow. That is way awesome. And there's the contrail. It is so clean. You see little sparky floaty things emitting from it as well. How about the splash? Yes, exact same color scheme. Beautiful. This skin is amazing. Let's take a look at her aim down sights. So you can see a little bit of her sword in the aim down sights, plus her hair looks really clean. So a lot of view from your top left perspective. Some skins block that angle. Doesn't seem to be the case here. The wrap, I think we could pick a better wrap. This one is way more silvery than I thought. If it was a tan or a cream color, it would be perfect. But yeah, I think we could do with the better wrap. Overall though, this skin looks absolutely incredible. I love the reactivity with the pickaxe, and I love the color scheme and the character model. This is at least a 9 out of 10 for me. Love it. All right, let's do the emote. Even though it does go with Yennefer, it's called Black Wings. I wonder if there's any secret connection when Yennefer does it, because that's her back bling right there. That's not bad. So next we got Yennefer, and it says powerful sorceress who walks her own path. Now when she was younger, she had a deformed jaw as well as a messed up back. Almost like a hunchback. And she is definitely one of the strongest, if not the strongest female in the entire game or show. She's incredibly powerful. And she eventually becomes Geralt's wife, but she does a lot of teaching and training to Ciri as well. So just an overall phenomenal character. Like I said, I want to watch the show on Netflix. If anyone's seen it, let me know in the comments if it's worth it. But again, character model looks great. Color scheme looks fantastic. I love that turquoise color. She's got a little pendant right there around her neck that glows purple as well. This is her back bling, the bird skull. It says magical bird skull carved from black crystal. And it does look like it has some nice animation. Now her pickaxe is Yennefer's megascope. Make a close personal connection. So I know in The Witcher 3, there's a quest where you have to fix this with Geralt because the crystal, that part in the middle, keeps exploding on her. But I don't know what the megascope does. Someone will have to let me know in the comments. I just saw her try to use it and that crystal exploded. And again, we're going to use the Basilisk Glider. We're going to use her Black Wings emote. Now for a wrap, let's not use Witcher's Dawn. So she's got that turquoise color and almost like a hunter green. Let's see if we can find a turquoise colored wrap. You know what? We could just use the tie-dye because that one turns whatever color you want and black. Hey, look, it's already on turquoise as well. Now, is that the right color though? It could be. That could be perfect. So we already saw the Basilisk with Ciri, and it has the exact same animation with her blade as well. So it's more suited for Ciri, 100%. So the first thing to note is that the pickaxe is pretty huge. It's got a nice sound. I don't even know how to describe it. Very clean though. So there's a big magnifying glass on top. You can see that crystal right there, fully animated, but it is big. Let's swing it and see what happens. Okay, it's got a nice contrail there. I'm assuming the splash effect is going to be the same. I mean, it fits the character for sure. Oh yeah, it's like a spell being cast right there. Let's try in the dark. Oh, nice. That whole thing lights up quite nicely in the dark. Beautiful contrail. And much more noticeable, obviously. Very clean. Spin around in the dark while we're here. So the necklace does glow that purple color in the dark, and you can see the back bling also periodically animates with some nice, almost electricity going on. Very cool. So she definitely has a darker color scheme than Ciri, obviously. And the green kind of translates a little darker in game. It doesn't look bad at all, though. I think that's a nice color scheme. Again, you're not going to stand out that much. There is, like I mentioned, some animation of that back bling, but overall it's pretty solid. So her aim down sights is not bad at all. Very clean, no obstructions anywhere. Another solid looking character. The only complaint I have is that you can't really see her face anywhere. From your gaming perspective, the hair blocks everything. And normally when you aim down sights, you can see the character's face, but her hair is so bulky, you can't. So you're pretty much never gonna see her face when you play as this character. And I don't know why, but that's just a little weird to me. That's my only complaint though. Obviously if you spin around, there she is. But how often do you spin around during a match? Not very often. However, from your gaming perspective, it's not bad at all. I do like the pickaxe, I like the color scheme, I like the character model, even though you can't see it. Not bad all around. Let's try the black wings and see if the back bling does anything. No, seems to be the same as with Ciri. But there is the skull right there, and she puts it in her pocket. It would be cool if the back bling did something, but no complaints there. So speaking of Ciri, let's try her sword. Remember, it has the secret reactivity with Ciri. So what happens if we equip it on somebody else? Because remember, when Ciri touched it, it gave her that Northern Lights aura that emitted from her hands. So what happens when someone other than Ciri touches the blade? Let's see. Nothing. Okay, so it turns the contrail white. Remember, it was that blue color, blue teal, for Ciri. Yeah, okay. But there's no glow. I thought it would still glow. Ugh, and it turns the splash normal as well. Okay, so definitely a better pickaxe for Ciri due to the close connection reactivity. I mean, it still doesn't look bad, but let's try putting the back bling on just to make sure that doesn't interact as well. Nope. I mean, it's still interactable with the back bling, just still no glow. And she doesn't look bad with the blade either, except it kind of attaches to her hair. So there you go, 2 phenomenal Gaming Legends series from The Witcher arrived. Both of these skins, in my opinion, are worth it, even if you don't know what The Witcher is. They're that good of skins. If I could only recommend one though, it would have to be Ciri due to that secret reactivity of the pickaxe with her only. So there you go, I believe these come out to the item shop tomorrow. We'll have to wait and see. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. A like is always appreciated. And don't forget to use my Support-A-Creator code, which is tabortime.